Stewart's on the ground. James Stewart is on the ground. We have riders all making their way around him. Tim, he's 4-0 for the year, and he's getting up deep in this pack.
1, 2, 3, 4. There's a half a dozen, now 20 riders, 25 riders. He is about to go past James Stewart.
Well, maybe this one. What do you think? What you looking at, the gate or over the gate?
I think they're both about even over the gate.
Yeah.
This one looks like, these look like they got better traction.
Yeah.
That one looks like the actually just dry. And it's deep out there. So, only reason I was looking because these look hard, but a little bit farther than those. So, it's either this one.
Tommy Carson and Astor guys don't need any introduction.
James Stewart, the streak continues 4 in a row. Is there any pressure to continue with that, or is the pressure sort of off now that you came out here on the Suzuki and it put in such good results?
I'm just out here having a good time. I think pressure you can make it is what you want it to. We're not concentrating on that. We're concentrating on getting good finishes, and it's gonna be good. Have some good qualifying times today. The track's pretty tough. It's kind of fun out there, so have a good time and see what this thing does. It's a little cloudy out here, so we'll see what happens.
All right, moments away from the green flag. Thanks, James.
But I think you'd be fine. That last practice start you did was good.
That was good.
Really? Yeah, because Webb even said, he goes, man, that start was good.
First. Run first.
Hey, Webb, you got a copy? Hey, he was just wondering what gear he should take a start at, first or second.
Here's the focus, the number 5 of Dungey, who is second in the series standings, and the 7 of Stewart, who is leading the points, and that's why that number 7 has a red background on it, make him a little bit easier to spot as the man to beat here at Thunder Valley.
21 of Jake Weimer comes up the inside. Andrew Short tucked in right behind him, and James Stewart did not get a good start. Stewart back about 10th behind Brayton. James Stewart goes around his teammate, and whoa, is he carrying some corner speed. Dungey on the inside. He's up alongside Mike Alessi. Shoulder to shoulder they go with James Stewart working the outside.
Of our two front runners in the championship, it's Ryan Dungey that has the great start, or the better of the two. Remember, in the previous 4 motos, James Stewart has been really sharp right from the drop of the gate. He's got a little bit of work here to do, though, as he's just inside the top 10. Once again, James Stewart has already made moves and has passed Ryan Dungey here before the first half of the first lap, and that just tells me how aggressive and how confident James Stewart is from the drop of the gate. I mean, he is ready to go, where Dungey's a little more tentative. Stewart makes it happen early.
James Stewart is working on the 21 of Weimer, and he doesn't get the pass made yet. Stewart checks up on the bottom. Mike Alessi watches what's going on. Number 7 puts his head down. He works on Weimer. He's going to try to go the long way around, and Tim, he out-jumps him down the hill.
Here they go. Stewart glides through the air like he's a Red Bull fighter pilot, and he lands it into the number 2 position.
There's a sense of urgency for Ryan Dungey. He does not want to let Stewart get out in front and hide. So Dungey's just pushing the envelope. Stewart trying to go to the outside hop line there. Whoa! Almost side by side as they go down into the middle of the field here.
Yeah, give a shout out to the 32, although I think he's about to give up the lead to Stewart right here, but still a great run by the man from Kansas. He spends most of his time training in Texas. Stewart now has the lead.
So, I mean, Stewart just went by everybody, just so calm, cool, and collected.
It is James Stewart that has jumped into the number 1 position.
Hahn's going to make it a pass attempt. They come together almost. They just about touch.
I'd love to have the GoPro footage out of this one. James Stewart as he snuck onto the inside of Tommy Hahn.
I mean, if I'm Stewart, I'm out front, and basically, once again, I'm riding my own race. I get past these obstacles, which are the other riders, and I get a clean track, and I put down hard, fast laps.
It looks like Stewart really pulled out there on that lap. Hahn's still in second, but he's got company with Ryan Dungey pulling up in third. Ryan can see Stewart up there. He does not want to lose him. He's going to try and get up there.
James Stewart still holding on to the number 1 ride. Stewart all the way to the top in elevation. Watch him as he goes up and down through the gearbox. He stays on the racetrack this time. Down to the number 2 position comes Ryan Dungey. Tommy Hahn into the number 3 ride. Back to the center portion of the racetrack comes Hahn. Into the number 4 ride is Weimer. Holding on to the number 5 position is now Alessi, followed by Short and Metcalf.
Michigan, oh, we got the red cross flag along with the yellow flag. That says downhill double. There's a rider down.
And Stewart! It is Stewart who has gone down while leading this race. Not under pressure this time. Look at all the dirt on the bike. Look at all the dirt on his shoulder, Jeff. Unbelievable.
James Stewart is on the ground, and we have riders all making their way around him. Tim, he's 4-0 for the year, and he's getting up deep in this pack.
Where's he at on the track?
If you take a look here, his left handlebar looks like it's either bent up or maybe the right side is bent down. You notice all the mud on the right side of James's shoulder there.
All right, just let me know when he comes over towards me so I can ride the bike or help him.
Looks like he might be favoring that right side a little bit. He's a little bit dinged up.
He plowed that right shoulder pretty hard. Now that's a difficult section down through there. It's really wet and really rutted.
Yeah.
Unbelievable how quickly it changes. Yeah, and you go down at that speed, and it could hurt. So it is all sorts of shaking up here at Thunder Valley.
Maybe. Wrist.
Ryan Dungey, for the first time this year, is going to lead a couple of laps. And in addition, his championship rival, James Stewart, is down and maybe out of this race. James Stewart is in the Suzuki pits, and something is wrong. We're not sure if it's the machine or James himself. There's Roger Larson from Answer there trying to check in with him. Now the crew has come by to ask.
My overhead. That like here, and back over here. Keep moving around. You probably just got a good stinger. How about your wrist? My wrist, all right.
Were you reacting to that dude running across the track?
Yeah, the dude ran across the track, and I was gonna go inside, and I ended up going out. And said I loosened up. Who run across? Some spectator.
Great, man.
We were going inside. I was gonna go inside because it was so muddy on that outside. The front end kept washing, and I came off the jump. The dude ran across the track, and so I went outside and took a different line.
Just lost the front.
That's what led to it. Where's the pain going there? It's also on my wrist, also on my hand. We can shoot it up. I'll go off for a second, log up.
I'm gonna wash up the bike just in case. A spectator ran across the track. He was gonna go inside. Guy ran across the track, so he changed and went to the outside and lost the front.
Can he move it?
Yeah, a little bit sore, but he might ride. I don't know. We got to get ready.
And KTM has finally got themselves a victory in the 450 class with a moto win. See if he can follow it up with an overall second race later today. But Tenacious RD is doing what he does, logging solid, consistent laps. And this time it paid off. It would have been great to see him hook up with another battle with Stewart. Hopefully Stewart can come back later. That was a hard hit, unfortunately, for the 7.